Hello, everyone. Here's your East Idaho weather and planning briefing for January 10th. And it finally looks like winter for 2020 is here, and it will be here with a vengeance for the next several days. Light snow, there's been a little bit of light snow overnight across the south. That's going to be ending here shortly. But by late afternoon, the initial return of light snow up north is there. Storm number one, the one we've been talking about tonight and tomorrow, especially later tonight and tomorrow morning. Storm number two looks like late Sunday night and Monday morning, really impacting the Monday morning drive. And then the next storm is on Tuesday. And with each storm, expect some increasing snow and wind. In between storms, some of the mountains will continue to see snow. So we're talking potentially feet of snow by the time we get to the middle part of next week. Here's the satellite showing our big storm headed our direction, and you can already see some moisture moving into the Pacific Northwest and a pretty decent moisture train out into the Pacific. That is what's leading to all this moisture falling. We're actually going to stay cold enough. A lot of times in these systems, we warm up. We're going to warm up a bit, but I think, and it does look like at this point, we're not looking at any real issue with rain or rain mixing with snow with any of these storms across the area. Here's our weather and impacts matrix. A little bit of light snow returning, like we said tonight. A little bit of an issue maybe late tonight, tomorrow morning, if you're driving up around Stanley, Banner Summit, Galena Summit. But you can see Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, many areas seeing moderate to high impacts with snow and blowing and drifting snow. For Saturday, the worst of the conditions will likely be in the highlands, the eastern highlands, the southeast highlands, up over into the Sawtooth, the Red River Valley, especially once you get up towards Galena Summit. For Sunday, looks like the worst will be in the eastern highlands and also in the Sawtooth, mainly because that's where that upslope snow will continue. With that next storm coming in, you can see the highlands really getting hit. We're going to have some decent impacts across the Snake Plain. We're going to have to watch that storm Tuesday. That might be coming a little bit lower and a little bit farther south, That storm may actually have some pretty decent impacts for the lower elevations like the Snake Plain, Magic Valley, compared to the other couple of storms coming through. But that storm is just a little bit farther out on our radar. For late today, there's a very, very light snow falling up on the higher elevations of the Central Mountains up around Oneida Pass and up towards Island Park as well, but not expecting too much to fall. Now, winds will be picking up a little bit in the mountains. And what's interesting is, even with the snow we had yesterday, it warmed up a bit. We were having some blowing and drifting issues in some areas, so something just to keep an eye out, even if it's not going to be snowing actively this afternoon. There is our snow starting to increase across the north, especially in the Sawtooth, over Banner Summit, over towards Loman, into the Boise area as well. The winds start picking up some pretty good south winds. This may help limit snow just a bit. It's not going to warm us up too much, but there will be a little bit of a downslope component around Pocatello, Fort Hall, back over towards Burley and down towards Oakley as well. But you can see some pretty strong winds developing up in the higher elevations, so the blowing and drifting will begin. This is late tonight, tomorrow morning before 5 a.m. You can see the snow increasing, especially once you get up towards the lava beds, the INL, into the eastern highlands. Also, again, over in the Sawtooth as well. Those winds picking up, so any snow that falls will be blowing. There will be some drifting as well, and that trend just continues. Tomorrow morning, the bulk of that first band shifting into the southern and eastern highlands. Still upslope snow, decent amount of that over into the Sawtooth and surrounding areas. Those winds do continue across the area, and they do pick up during the day tomorrow. We see more snow tomorrow afternoon. Things get a little more showery, and we'll see some bands of snow for tomorrow afternoon, Saturday afternoon. So again, some moisture will be falling along with some increasing winds, and this is probably going to see the increase of blowing and drifting across the Snake Plain, Magic Valley, into the southern highlands as well. They will continue at mid and upper slopes in the Central Mountains for sure. Tomorrow evening, we start to see a break, especially across the Arco Desert down into the Magic Valley, but snow continuing elsewhere. There are those gusty winds continuing at lower elevations, so we're really not escaping any blowing and drifting snow. At least when the snow is not falling, that impact drops a bit, but with the winds increasing, it may just basically cancel that out. Not much going on Saturday night except in the highlands and along and east of I-15. Strong winds do continue across the area, and we then see a little bit of increase in snow Sunday morning. The winds are still there. You notice there's a trend, and then for Sunday afternoon, we'll start to see a little bit more snow falling across the area. Now, Sunday night, this is when things really get going, and those previous maps were 6-hour totals. This is a 12-hour total from 5 p.m. Sunday to 5 a.m. Monday. So, again, that looks like a lot, but that is quite a bit of snow coming in Sunday night into Monday. There are those strong winds, so blowing and drifting is not going away, and then we start to see the snow tapering off a bit. We don't have snowfall totals for Tuesday, but again, some areas are going to see some pretty decent snow on Tuesday, along with some blowing and drifting snow continuing across the area. So once again, there's been a little light snow overnight across the south. That ends. Snow starts to return up north later today. Storm 1 tonight and Saturday. Storm 2 Saturday or Sunday night into Monday, and Storm 3 Tuesday. So we're going to be piling some snow up, especially up in the higher elevations. For the latest information, give us a call. Otherwise, have a great day, and do be safe out there, not only today, but throughout the weekend.